All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another Sunday, another episode of the Always Chillin' podcast. Skinny D and the Sandman here in the barbershop once again. I've been thinking about something. I'm going to hit you with the question. I don't know if you've ever thought about this or been asked this or whatever. Maybe you have. What was your favorite part about prison? What was your favorite part? Something was cool about it?
I would have to probably, off the rip, just say no worries. I ain't have to worry about shit. I ain't have to pay shit. I had no stress.
That's all I like the Marine Corps too, because like boot camp was like, people are like, oh, boot camp must have been so hard, whatever. That was the easy part.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to do shit. Like, well, I had to do a lot of stuff, but like, what time am I waking up? I don't know. Somebody's gonna tell me.
Right.
And then when I get up, they're gonna tell me what I'm gonna do.
Right.
And then I don't like what's for breakfast. I don't care.
Don't matter.
Somebody's gonna give it to me, and I'm gonna eat it.
It's gonna be there.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, I probably have to say that was my favorite part.
I get that. It's like a freedom from choice thing. Like, you don't got to make a decision about shit.
Didn't have to make a decision about shit.
Yeah, and it's kind of awesome. I mean, you had to make a decision about other stuff.
Yeah, as far as that. Yeah, I probably
as
off
far
the
as
rip.
like basic necessities though, like
yeah, off the rip, not having to worry about shit. I ain't have to worry about nothing.
That's a good one. That's kind of I feel like that's kind of the goal, you know, like if people are like, describe your perfect life, I'd be like, well, I wouldn't have to worry about anything. I wouldn't have to make a decision about anything, and I wouldn't have to worry about anything. And if the dishwasher breaks, I don't care. Somebody else is gonna deal with it.
Somebody gonna fix that.
Yeah.
My laundry, you put your laundry in a bag and you throw it in a fucking cart and somebody else takes it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know what I'm saying? You get done fucking eating lunch, you throw the fucking tray in the window and you walk the fuck off.
That's like dream life type shit.
You know what I'm saying? You go to the weight pile, you work out however long, you leave the fucking weights there. They got a guy that comes and stacks that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck, I ain't gotta worry about a goddamn thing in this motherfucker. Yeah, that's probably about my favorite part.
That's not too bad. Good answer, man. Good answer. Anybody ever asked you that before?
No.
That's the first time anybody's ever asked you?
Yeah, that's the first time somebody ever asked me that.
I saw on Instagram Reels, I saw another podcast and someone asked somebody else that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I ought to ask them on that. Did you see, speaking of prison, you see R. Kelly's new album?
I did see that.
That he released from prison?
I did see that.
Called I Admit It.
Well, yeah, dog. About this time, yeah, it's probably cool for you to do that. But I see a lot of people like, how was he able to do that? I'm like, check this out. In the penitentiary, dudes, I've seen dudes with keyboards with all 88 keys. And these keyboards do amazing fucking things, dog. Like, dudes record whole songs in their cells. I witnessed it.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen it on the yard, in the gym, you know what I mean? They use that man, there's so much talent in that fucking penitentiary. You could easily record something on a keyboard, and what guys would do is like they would fill a keyboard up and they would put it on their property, and they would have somebody come pick it up off their property, and then they take that keyboard to the studio, hook that bitch up, whatever, and you got tracks. It's just that easy.
Damn.
I've seen plenty of guys do that in there.
Well, now R. Kelly and R. Kelly's team is saying he didn't have anything to do with it. It was an unauthorized bootleg release, they said, but it dropped on like Apple Music and Spotify and all that shit.
So who's really behind it?
Yeah. So, and if it went under his like official R. Kelly on Apple Music and R. Kelly on Spotify. I mean,
there's a partnership here somewhere?
How is that unauthorized?
There's got to be a partnership here somewhere.
How's that unauthorized? If
somebody's team made a deal with somebody's team on that, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
An unauthorized release. That's like that VHS tape that R. Kelly had.
Exactly.
That was an unauthorized release.
That was an unauthorized.
That shit wasn't on HBO.
Yeah, I just kind of giggled at it, like, man, come on, man.
Yeah, it's weird. Did you listen to any of it? Before it got pulled down, it got taken down off everything.
I think I seen it on somebody's reel, and I kind of dipped in, and I was like, okay, whatever. But I mean, what is he singing? What is he singing about?
Well, here's the.
Is he saying, "Yo, I did it. I'm sorry." I mean, what the fuck? Well, I did it. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, if he's like singing like President,
you know what I'm saying? You seen that South Park? Like, I'm in the closet.
There's a condom There's a condom.
And then I pull out my gun.
I don't know. I mean, if he's...
Let's see. All right.
I got to hear the background noise. Like, I know prison background noise. There's got to be some prison. A door slamming, somebody screaming, some keys.
I mean, this could just be like shit he recorded a long time ago.
And that's what I'm thinking.
That they just wanted to put out. But, man.
That's what I'm thinking. What's the content? What is he singing about? Because if he's...
I have the names of the
songs?
I have the names of the songs.
All right. Let's go.
And one of these,
let's go.
One of these. What were you saying? I admit it. I did it.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get to it. But hold on. All right. So the first one is called Air. Okay. Planet. I Found Love. All right. We're dipping our toes in
there. Oh.
I Got It. Maybe. Where's Love When You Need It? Good Old Days. I Know You Got a Man. In parentheses, I Don't Care. Track number 8, Freaky Sensation. 9, She Deserve. And then The Last Man Standing. And then this is I Admit It, I Did It, Part 1. I Admit It, I Did It, Part 2. And I Admit It, I Did It, Part 3.
Whoa. In the closet. Damn,
yeah,
dog.
So you're like, I admit it.
It.
That was
man. I need my cut on that.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
I did it.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to find. There's like,
what could he?
This shit's on YouTube. I'm gonna try to.
I mean, what could he? I mean,
the people that are listening to this won't be able to hear this, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can find. I Admitted I Did It, Part 1.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see what that sounds like. But dude, how funny.
I know. I mean, this is. I thought many think is somebody fucking with him. Is this a mockery? I mean, because somebody's definitely getting paid.
I don't know. I think he maybe thought he was gonna get paid, man.
At least in Nebraska,
right,
you can't. You're not allowed to collect royalties.
Here's I Admit It, Part 1.
Oh,
if this is actually it, this could just be some dude.
Definitely sounds like a prison keyboard.
Does this sound like R. Kelly to you?
Yeah, that's Kells. That's Kells.
This is gonna be boring. It's gonna be boring for the podcast. Okay, well, it seems like he's a. All right, I'm gonna stop that. It seems like he's like. Is he playing the victim a little bit? Like, kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm such a shitty person. Like, kind of like one of those things. Kind of like
that.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I admit that I've had a bad childhood. Like that's. Like,
nah, bruh.
What are you talking about?
I know plenty motherfuckers that made their way up out of that. I don't know what to think about that.
Yeah, that was weird. Weird. We're not going to sit here and listen to it in silence.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get copyright struck by
Leave
R.
it
Kelly,
in the comments, right?
By
Leave
R.
it
Kelly
in the
from
comments.
prison.
I know.
Yeah, it's not that hard to find. You guys can find it too.
I know there was plenty of people that probably listened to it. Yeah. I think I just caught it too late.
Fucking weird, man.
I would have gave it a slap.
What you have?
I would have gave it a little slap.
Yeah, I admit it, I did it. That's kind of what it did. Kind of sound like that a little bit.
Yeah, should be interesting. But like I said, there was a partnership there.
Did we talk about the basketball team beating Creighton yet?
Did we?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember if we did or not. We might have talked about it on the last episode.
We might have,
but I don't remember. But
I think we did.
But we definitely didn't talk about them. Number 4, Purdue. I mean, this close, man. This close.
Hey, man.
That ain't bad. They seem like they're doing okay.
Yeah, they definitely. What's that? Gershel, the blonde kid.
I don't know.
He started out at South Dakota State and he transferred back to Nebraska, and South Dakota State made the Final Four or either the Sweet 16 one year, and they fucking beat Duke. This kid, I think he went to Lincoln East even. This kid really made a difference this year. Not to say it's all him, but this kid's really making a difference.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think Hoiberg just like they're just figuring it out? Like
he's definitely buying himself some time, but
he just got the pieces he wanted, or
He's definitely getting the pieces. But let's face it, man. It's Nebraska, man. It's hard to get kids to come here and play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Minus and I mean, football team ain't like we the shit right now. But minus that is weather. It's always the weather.
Yeah, you don't think NIL will help with that though?
And it may.
We got a lot of money to throw around, man.
I mean, the nil deals is well. That's funny you mentioned that. Me and my homie was talking this the other day. The nil deal is very contrastingly different between football and basketball. Seems like most of the nil money is going towards like football players. At least I haven't heard a big nil deal from a basketball star. I see it mostly football.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna not to change the subject all of a sudden, but we got to talk about this because I'm not trying to start nothing. But Brittany Griner got swapped for like a international arms dealer.
Yeah, Victor Boot.
Which seems weird. It just doesn't seem like a fair trade to me.
I don't think so.
And that's like the whole reason that they put Griner in jail like that.
Right.
So that they could trade for something ridiculous.
And that's what they said. Will other countries start snatching up Americans they think are valuable?
Yeah, I mean, good point. Yeah, I guess. So, I don't think so.
I don't think so. But
I don't think so. But I mean, there's like, there's dudes that are in Russian prison for like they got busted for espionage, and there's a Marine that's in Russian prison for like being drunk in public or something, and he's still there, and it's like, I don't know. It's hard.
I mean, I
it's
said
hard.
The same
it's hard
thing.
for me to wrap my head around that. That just doesn't seem like if we had some like F-list Russian celebrity, like the only reason Brittany Griner's even famous is because
she plays basketball.
I mean, because she plays basketball. It's like if she didn't get arrested, I can't name one other WNBA player.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, not to be a dick.
No, it's fair. It's fair because you got me.
Yeah, like I can't be the only one. Like how many people, the millions of people that know about her now, how many people only know about her because she got arrested in Russia?
Yeah, definitely doesn't seem like a fair trade
it's like
to me.
Some random American citizen for a convicted Russian arms dealer
that can get back in the game.
Yeah, easily.
So there's that.
And then I don't know, there's that too. It's like I feel like if I'm an international arms dealer, the United States doesn't even trade to get me back.
You're not. You said it.
Yeah,
so you go ahead and sit down.
Yeah,
bro.
they're gonna be like, you can keep that.
You go ahead and have a seat.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, Russia, you can have that guy.
Right.
Sounds like he's gonna get along with you guys better anyway.
Yeah. Straight up.
Kind of shit.
But can't say that out too loud. Yeah, I agree with you.
It's just weird, man. Not that she deserved to be in prison, and not that she deserved to be in like a remote work camp thing. Like none of that should have happened, and it was 100% a political thing.
100%, 110%.
She deserves to be at home for sure.
Happy you're free.
It never should have happened in the first place.
Never should have happened in the first place.
It's just like,
but like my whole thing with it from the beginning, and I won't say it. I'm always proud to be a fucking American, motherfuckers. But kind of embarrassed me as an American when there was just no accountability. Like, no accountability. Fuck the fact that she had an illegal substance in a fucking airport in fucking Russia. And that's 3 fuck-ups right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Much, yeah.
I mean, there was no accountability.
Yeah.
And me as a motherfucking that's done broke the law and did years.
Right.
I've done years, and I wasn't one of them 1 year and out motherfuckers. I did years in that bitch. Not once did I fucking cry. I didn't fucking bitch. I didn't fucking moan. I got in that bitch, did my fucking time, told my ghost stories, jacked off, had fucking fun, and I got the fuck up out of that motherfucker. Like they say in the penitentiary, when you get here, you always got that, man, I ain't supposed to be. Lay down and lick your nuts. You're here.
Oh, does everybody think the pen's haunted?
I've seen shit, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
There's a cemetery called Boot Hill.
Okay.
A lot like civilian motherfuckers can't see it because it's like it's what was that? The south side of the penitentiary is like a big ass horseshoe.
So people with just nobody comes and gets them. They have a cemetery at the prison.
They still got a cemetery. They haven't buried anybody up there for years. I think like the 60s. And the weird thing about Boot Hill, man, is there's a
seems
woman
shady.
and her baby up there buried.
Yeah.
There's like 7 Buffalo Soldiers up there.
Yeah, it
They
seems
would
like,
all.
seems like prison shouldn't be burying their own body. It seems like somebody's gonna be hiding something eventually. You know,
Yeah.
like there's gonna be some bodies in there that people don't know about.
Well, yeah. I mean, because some of these graves, man, are well over 100 years.
Damn. Okay. Anyway,
You know,
so
and
what's
markers
up?
have probably been
Yeah,
gone.
so
But
what's
yeah,
up
I'm
with Boot
sitting.
Hill?
I'm in the south yard, smoking a joint. Actually, I'm getting ready to work out, so I hit my little pencil joint, and it gets quite foggy over there because there's a waterway over there. A lot of the deer go over there and eat and shit. And I swear I saw a woman pushing like one of those old 100 baby carriages, pushing it down to the graveyard. I'm like, what the fuck? Because nobody's allowed over there. You know what I mean, nobody. They don't fuck with it at all. They maintain it, they mow it and shit. But like I said, they haven't buried bodies back there for years. So that was just one ordeal. I'm like,
Damn.
what the fuck? I flash back and I look back and she's gone. One night the power went out in the penitentiary. I can't remember if it was a storm or not, but the whole penitentiary, all the power went out, dog. Dangerous fucking situation, dog.
Yeah,
Like
for real.
that's probably one of the times where I was kind of shook because anything could have fucking happened, right? Well, bro, we lost, and I went, it was 125 to a bay, and we all saw it. We all saw it. Just a motherfucker just floating across the yard. And it wasn't like he had arms and legs or nothing. It was just like a puff of fucking smoke came out of the air, man.
And a bunch of people saw it.
Yeah, we all saw it. It's dark as fuck in here, no lights. We were all looking out the windows and shit. We all saw
Everybody
it.
just lost their shit.
Everybody lost their shit. I mean, the death. I mean, even when I was in there, any given day, bro, I mean, I could be talking to a dude, and this is real spill right here, talking to a dude, and next couple days, I'm like, man, where homeboy at? Man, he died last night. I'm like, fuck, I was just fuck. Yeah, man. So the death surrounding penitentiaries, man, is fucking crazy. Yeah, I saw plenty of shit in that motherfucker.
Are people super like superstitious?
Superstitious
In there?
Nah, not so much in the penitentiary.
Really?
Nah.
Like, don't be walking under ladders and shit.
Nah, not so. I mean,
Like,
ain't much of that shit in there you can walk under.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Don't go in certain buildings. Like I never went in the chapel once.
Why?
Chapel's that building's almost 200 years old. Like it's historical, just like this house. Like if say the penitentiary got zoned out and they wanted to tear it, that building would have to remain. And like everybody thinks like all the violence and all the shankings and all the stabbings and shit happens on the yard. Very rarely did I see something happen on the yard like that. Well, other than it was just 2 dudes, we gotta go right now. You know what I'm saying? No gang shit, but usually most of the time in the chapel or in the chow hall, that's where motherfuckers get fucked up.
Really?
Yeah.
In the chapel?
Yeah, man.
In God's house?
Yeah, man. The irony of that.
That's where you want to be when Jesus comes back?
I can't remember these dudes' names. I think it was about 05, 06. Dudes escaped. They tried to escape. Stabbed up the guards in the chapel. Took the phone cords. Took some loose doors and shit. These dudes had this shit playing, man. They must have been planning this shit for fucking months, years. I was in housing unit 3, which faced Highway 2. I could kind of like see the tops of the cars on Highway 2 right there. And I was just waking up from a nap, and I'm, 7 up. You know what I mean? My cell, I'm 7 up. Open up my cell so I can take a shower, shower, shave, all that shit. I'm gonna get on the yard, and it wouldn't unlock my cell. Then I hear the horn, and I'm like, damn. I hear tower guards, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? I just happened to look out my window, and I see them throwing the doors over the Constantine wire. One dude actually got over all the fucking fence, but they had filled him up so fucking much, man.
Damn.
All started from the chapel. They planned that shit from the chapel.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I was like, holy fuck.
How many times
man.
did people try to escape like that while you were there?
That was 1, 2, 3.
How often does that work? Like
Never.
Almost never.
Whoa. I take that back. 4. Old Peterson, he was my homie, my white homie in there. This motherfucker, man. Like, I don't know how, because the prison, they got a hospital in there. So, all you need in there very rarely will they take you out to the hospital unless you need a major surgery or you clocked out. So he goes to, I can't remember what county it was, and they bring him back to the parking lot. And I remember this particular day too. It was kind of cold and foggy, but I was still on the yard smoking a black and mild. And the sheriff came to get him out of the back of the van. Well, he was already uncuffed. Knocked the sheriff out. Ran across the street to Highway 2. His fucking mom had left him a car on the corner.
Damn.
Gets in the car and fucking gets away. Now, everybody was like, well, why didn't you stop? Well, they can't shoot into the public.
Way. No.
Only into the prison. So they had to let him go. And he gets away. They eventually found him in a fucking abandoned house on 33rd and A. But
Damn,
he's
that's
one.
Gotta be like, that can't be worth the stress. You know, like you escape from prison and then what?
I would. It would have to.
You go hole up in an attic somewhere like Anne Frank.
Exactly.
And you just sit there every time you hear sirens.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, fuck.
I mean, just take it from me. I'm a motherfucker that's been on the run.
Yeah,
lot.
exactly.
You gotta have some cake. You gotta have somebody in the next over. Motherfuckers got to be willing to be in with your shit. You know what I mean?
It can't be worth it to spend like the rest of your life.
It's not
looking over your shoulder. Like you're too scared to go to the gas station.
Right. I would definitely have to be a lifer for me to try that.
Yeah.
But eventually,
I mean, if you're a lifer,
you keep trying it. They're gonna lock you down, and they got a building in there called South 40.
Yeah.
Like South 40. There's dudes in South 40 that's been down there since the 60s and 70s.
Damn.
It's like you ever seen the show Oz?
No.
Well, it's like a prison within a prison. Like no movement, 23-1. That's where it's really 23-1. So motherfuckers like that, they'll get them off the yard. But there was one dude. We were all kind of just chilling and shit. You know, dudes. You know, they got the West Track. You know, where you can run some laps. The whole penitentiary together, I think it was like 6.5 miles. If you ran around the whole penitentiary, you'd get about 6.5 miles. So dudes would either run in the track or they would like the softball field where you go down 14th and you can kind of see them right there. It's a huge fucking field in there, right? Well, we just chilling and shit, and dudes running laps around the softball field. Nothing out of the norm, right? Well, he stops at home base. This is where I kind of start paying attention to him. So I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Pulls out a letter or some paper, which I assume was a letter. And he's standing there and he's reading it, right? Last thing I'm thinking is this dude just going to start sprinting towards the fence. And that's what I'm like,
what was he doing? What was the letter? But he was trying to like fake him out. Like
must have been a Dear John. He probably got a Dear John or something.
Just reading this letter. Nobody paid no mind to me.
Or he found out Jody was at his house. You know, them was the only two things I could think of: a Dear John or Jody letter. And got on the fucking gate. Well, the rumor was that the chick that was up in the tower that time, she was fairly green, and she kind of filled him up a little too much. So dude was just hanging on the fucking fence. Fuck, man. I was like, what the fuck? They locked us down. We stayed locked down for probably 4 weeks after that one.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. There's been Tecumseh. Damn. I don't think I was in Tecumseh yet. And you may have heard about this one. This fucking dude, I can't remember his name, but I remember him. This dude was like so smart he was dumb. One of those dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't hold a fucking conversation with him. He'd just dumb you the fuck down, right? Well, they took him out of Tecumseh to the hospital. I don't know what hospital they was taking him to. I don't know if there was a hospital in Tecumseh or not. But he made a fucking gun out of toilet paper and shit. Colored it fucking black, made it fucking look. Dude, dog, there's dudes in there that are fucking genius with the littlest of fucking shit, dog. You be like, you made that? Like, they make flowers and shit out of Jolly Ranchers, dog.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. I'll show you that shit, man. A whole fucking bouquet of flowers out of hot water and Jolly Ranchers. Yeah. So this dude made a fucking gun. They get out of the van. He fucking sticks them up, cuffs them to a tree, double cut, like they're hugging the tree, cuff. Left the guards hugging the tree, gets in the fucking van, makes it to Omaha, gets a real blammer. I don't know how he got his hands on a real blammer,
Damn.
but the police ended up hunting him down in Omaha. And they never get too far. You ain't got no bread, you ain't gonna get too far. Has a fucking shootout with him and shit in Omaha.
Well, and how many people are gonna let you stay with them at that point?
That's what I'm saying. You gotta have people that are ready to be involved with that kind of shit.
Yeah, and most people won't be like,
nah.
And especially like, I would imagine like if I'm a dude at my house, I sell weed at my house, and my homie from 2 years ago shows up and he's like, "Hey, I just got out of jail. I need to stay at your place." I'm like, "No, 'cause
Nah.
I got like a whole thing going. I got a whole weed empire here, and I don't want the police coming and looking at my shit because you're here." So I mean, I gotta imagine that nobody that he has connects with wants him around.
Exactly. Yeah, they never make it too far. Yeah, he ended up having a shootout.
It's like, if you're hot, I don't want you anywhere near my shit.
Exactly. Well, the dude's mom, she ended up. I think she got like 1 to 5 years or something for helping him. She left the car for him around the corner and shit. Dude,
yeah, it's like aiding and abetting.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, those are the two that I know that actually
all
got
for
away.
loving her son, man.
That got out and was in the community at least.
Shit, that's fucking crazy.
I remember being in LCC, and I think they shot him off the fence too. Tecumseh is hard. It's gonna be hard unless you get taken out of the facility.
Yeah, man, you seen more people get shot at than I have.
Yeah, man.
It sounds like it was happening more often.
Yeah,
in prison.
Yeah, it was going down in.
Well,
that ditch.
probably not more often, I guess, because you were there for a while. That was over the span of how many years?
Probably 11 years.
Yeah,
probably 11 years.
Yeah, if I was in Afghanistan for 11 years, I probably would.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I probably would beat you. That's wild, man. You're just chilling, and then it's just like pop, pop, pop,
pop, pop, pop, pop, pop, and you dick in the dirt. That's right, dick in the dirt. Anything standing, you in on it. You know what I mean? That's basically what they told us coming in. I'm like, God damn. All right.
Oh, what's that? What's orientation like? They like put you in a room and they're like, all right, so when you hear gunshots, you need to do this. And
if you're anything standing, you in on it.
Yeah, they have like.
I was like, God damn.
They like put you in a room like it's like training for a job. Like they make you watch PowerPoint.
Not quite. Did I ever tell you about the Bob Barker film?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of orientation. Man, now that I think about it, there really ain't no orientation.
Yeah, I would have been surprised if there was.
There's really no orientation.
It's like he's got.
I mean, you right into shit. You going to prison. I mean, we ain't.
And then does somebody like you come in because there's hella gang activity, right?
Oh yeah.
And they're probably always recruiting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you come in, is there dudes coming over like, oh hey man?
Yeah, they definitely coming over to smell on you.
Let me show you the ropes.
Yeah, they definitely coming
to
show
you how this shit works a little bit.
But you find your friends immediately though.
Like people you were friends with already, or
no,
like your people?
Not necessarily like friends, that you knew on the streets, but like the guys that are gonna be your friends.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean, through the same affiliation, or mutual friends, or just from hearing about you. I mean, one thing about the penitentiary, man, like I heard shit in there before motherfuckers heard shit out here.
Well, yeah, I guess all anybody has time to do is, talk.
Yeah, they're like a bag of chips and a Snickers dog. I can get all the information I need about what's going on out here.
Really?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Probably a little more than that right now, but back when I was in there, yeah, give you a couple.
That's what it's like for real? Like you actually go up to people like, hey man, here's a bag of chips. Can you tell me about some shit?
They got these they call them slugs.
Yeah.
Which is like money. But they're for so you can buy soda pop. They got the generic shit. I think the
Dr. Thunder.
That shit. Mellow Yellow and 7 Down and shit. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But it all tastes, you know what I mean? So you got I think you can have 25 on your person at a time. If you have more than 25 slugs, you're gambling. Or sexual favors or a hit. You know what I mean? Anything. So you can only have 25 apiece. That's the currency. That would be the main line of currency. But yeah, food, Yeah, everything's money in there. But the slugs, guys want those slugs.
And people don't get weird if you start asking questions about stuff. Like, here's some slugs. Why don't you tell me about Ricky or whatever? They're not like, what are you up to, man?
No, depends. You know, because usually the guy you going up to for that information, that's his job. He's the recon guy. He's the guy we expect him to do. Usually he works in property, or he works
So
in
you
the
guys
hospital.
You're running like legit ops.
Oh yeah. Those guys. Maybe he's in the kitchen and this guy has a weird ass diet. He doesn't get a normal tray like say he's a diabetic or something, and we got our guy in the kitchen. Oh yeah, if we want to, get you like that, we can get you like that. Oh yeah, it's the politics.
Scary.
Man. Yeah, it's a motherfucker. So it's really, even if they do give you orientation, you gotta forget that shit as soon as you walk out of that room. Because you're gonna get with your crew, and it may not even be a gang. It might just be a crew of a native cat, a Mexican cat, a white cat, and that's just their crew. They solid. You know what I mean? And it ain't even gotta be a gang thing. Yeah, most of the time it's going to be those slugs, but anything can be traded in there. I mean, you could go in prison and say you go in there with a chain on it and it has a cross on it. You can keep that because it's a religious medallion. Yeah. You can keep your watch depending on how much it is. You can keep your watch. Like I wouldn't be able to keep this, but you can come in with a watch. If you got some nice glasses, you can keep all that, and eventually, that can be become currency. Like I traded my chain. I went in. I had a crucifix chain, and the bottom of it kind of chipped off, and I was like, this shit ain't dope no more. You know what I'm saying? And the dude had about I think he had one pair of slippers, and he had two pair of Adidas. And I hooped in there. I wanted them Adidas, so here, man, take this chain, give me them Adidas. Fair trade.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, anything can be currency in that motherfucker to get information.
Do you wanna talk about your 2-star review for the shop?
Yeah, man.
You wanna address the public?
Well, like I said, Google Business, they changed the whole format on me. I've been ignoring it and shit. I'm like, holy shit, man, I gotta tap into this shit because I know people get a hold of me like that. I'm an old fashioned barber, and I know I got to get with the times, right? So I tap into it, and I'm like, oh man, I start scrolling down, and I see a 2-star review, and I'm like, oh no, you know what I mean? As a barber, I'm like, no, I gotta address this. I gotta see who this person is. So I look at it, I'm like, first of all, the spelling. When he say he plays those jungle drums, I can hear him about 2 blocks away. I gotta turn my TV up.
He goes after your business.
He goes after my business, man. I'm like, you motherfucker. And the
Listen.
crazy thing about it is I know where he lives. I know exactly, who it is. I know exactly who
How do you
it
know?
is.
Like, it says his name? Like,
no, well, the fucker left his name.
Well,
I ain't gonna say it, Ron Tillman, but but the dude left his fucking name, and I see him every other day, and I'm like, dude. First of all,
does he say what's up when he?
Nah,
like,
one of them old mean, old mean.
Oh, he's an old guy.
Yeah, one of them old mean bastards.
What do you think he meant by jungle drums?
I know exactly what he meant. I know exactly.
I can't
it's,
help.
It's the
I
same.
can't help but think that might have been a racist thing.
It's the same thing. Like after the George Floyd and all that, when a lot of people were using the word thug. Like, we know what you want to say. We know what you want to say, but the word was thug. And I saw it thrown so much. So I'm like, we know. I know what you really want to say.
I'm not trying to start anything again, but like, why jungle? Like, I picture stereotypical like tribal African guy, and it's like a yellow plain, I don't think of the jungle, really.
Yeah,
the jungle, that's like, I think of the jungle, that's like Brazil.
Brazil, yeah, more jungle than Africa. Yeah, but
it's always jungle.
But there we go.
Like,
there's the ignorance in
like,
that.
why is it always jungle, man?
I'm like, nah, more desert than. But okay,
jungle,
you just don't.
Jungle
maybe.
He's talking about rap.
Yeah,
talking about rap music, jungle drum. I don't know.
So I almost put on there, motherfucker. We used to play the drums over in Africa to let you know we coming to pillage your fucking village, motherfucker. But I got to be professional.
Yeah, what you can do now, just be like extra nice to him.
I don't know.
He's gonna be like,
I don't know. I might just not say nothing.
we're gonna roll by blasting John Cougar Mellencamp one morning.
Hey, man, my favorite white dudes in the world is CCR, man. I might slap some of that. Bad Moon Rising on his ass. The live version. Fuck. Oh, that's 17 minutes of funk right there.
Yeah, he'll take his review down in a second. he'll be in here getting his haircut.
Yeah, he looks like he likes CCR. Yeah, I might get him with some of that. I might even back into his driveway.
And like, he has to turn his TV up for how long? Like a second while you drive by, man?
Well, I don't know that I even pull up like that a whole lot. But come lunchtime, about 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, yeah, I'm slapping my shit, motherfucker.
Well,
why ain't you at work?
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I know plenty of motherfuckers in wheelchairs at work, motherfucker.
Yeah,
why ain't
he's
you at work?
retired, right? If he's old.
Yeah, could be.
I bet he's like a disabled veteran or something.
Could be.
Probably. That's what I'd be doing. If I was if I was a Vietnam vet and I was at home in my wheelchair from Agent Orange and shit, I'd be writing reviews talking about jungle drums and shit.
Yeah. I think I would too.
Yeah.
Respect to those guys. Respect to those guys.
For sure.
Respect to them all. But especially those old guys. I feel like those old guys are getting forgotten about.
Except the racist ones.
Except the racist ones. How often did that happen in the military? I mean, did guys figure that fucking shit out by the time the shit they planted their ass? Like racism, was it? Did you see it?
No, man, everybody was cool.
Everybody was pretty much there on the same.
Everybody was cool. This black dude, he was always like, he's like, you say the N-word if you want to. I'm like, dude, I don't want to. I'm like, I don't want to, man.
I'm good.
I don't want to. He's like, you can do it. Just try it, man.
I think every black dude's done that to a white dude. Nah, just man, go ahead, try it. Say it.
I'm like, nah, dude, I'm cool.
I think I've done that.
Nobody. Everyone's like old dudes are always like, oh, everybody's green in the Marine, but it's like
I've heard that.
I just don't give a fuck about that, really, man. Like, I got bigger problems than worrying about like if I was worried that like, you know, because a black dude might be responsible for saving my life at some point, you know, and I think most people realize that, you know, like you can't be in the Marine Corps talking like, oh, go get yourself some watermelon and fried chicken, and then you get shot 2 days later, and then he's like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You know, like there was one dude who was like, he had I think I told you about this. He got a noose tattoo, and it said like Southern Justice on it. And they were like, you can either get rid of that tattoo or you can get kicked the fuck out of the Marine Corps. And he was like, I'd rather get kicked out of the Marine Corps. And
true blue, huh?
Yeah, so they kicked him out. But that was the only there's never anybody like spouting racism at each other or whatever. Nobody cared.
Those guys probably ain't got the heart to come join that elite group.
Well, yeah, and
anyway,
it's like,
do they?
Well, and it's, I mean, probably not for one, and then it'd be the wrong place for them because I was a minority by far. Like, there was more black and Mexican dudes than white dudes.
What? I've seen that.
Like, there's Mexican dudes, like, I mean, they're not Hispanic, they're not Mexican or Latin. I should probably get my head around this because my wife is Hispanic. I don't know if Hispanic just means Mexican or if Hispanic.
I'm with you, bro. I mean,
or if Hispanic means that. So I'm trying to be respectful.
Leave it in the comments, please. Please help us out.
Latino? I don't know.
I think I said something the other day too. I was like Hispanic.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like Hispanic might mean Mexican only or something.
And he said,
and I don't want to say that there's a bunch of Mexicans in them because some of them were like Honduran and Ecuadorian.
Who's Spanish? Well, this guy said, no, I'm Spanish. So I'm like,
well, that'd be from Spain, wouldn't it?
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where Spanish came from, is Spain.
Let's get to the bottom of what Hispanic means.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I don't want to sit here because
I want to say the right thing.
Right? I don't want to sit here and sound like I'm being like there was a bunch of Mexicans, but there was
black dudes.
There was.
Right. I feel you.
Yeah, there was like, I would say it was probably, the breakdown probably ended up being like 75%. Just in my platoon, like 75% non-white. Whether that was like there was like a Polynesian dude, black dudes, Mexican dudes, Ecuadorian dudes.
Okay, you just said a word. I'm glad you just reminded me of this. Platoon and squad. What's the difference? Is there a difference?
Well, first, Hispanic means relating to Spain or to Spanish-speaking countries. So I guess Hispanic covers everybody.
Okay, I said it right.
As long as they're speaking Spanish, because then you get into like Brazil and they speak Portuguese.
Yeah, some further down Portuguese, and I think there's even another
Yeah,
language.
so then Hispanic doesn't really cover like Brazil and stuff. That'd be like
Okay.
Latin.
Yeah.
Latin, I guess. What'd you ask me? Sorry.
Platoon versus squad. What is the difference?
Yeah, it's just like,
I'm imagining the platoon's bigger.
yeah, it's just levels. So you have like so at the very bottom you have just like one guy, just me, and I'm a Marine, and I'm part of a team, and the team's like 4 people, and then a squad is like 4 teams, and then a platoon is like 4 squads.
Kind of like weed. You got your pound, you got your quarter pound,
Yeah,
half pound.
yeah, and then a company is like 4 or 5 platoons, and then a battalion is like 4 or 5 companies, and then a regiment is like 4 or 5 battalions. And it goes like all the way up and up.
God damn, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How many is in a regiment?
A lot.
A lot. We coming to get your ass.
A lot. Yeah,
we gotta get the regiment on together.
Regiment. I don't know. I don't know that we ever did a regiment size movement. We had some battalion size stuff. The battalion's like probably a few hundred, 200-300 probably.
We coming to get your
I
ass.
bet. So yeah, so battalion's kind of like as big as you deal with, like the Marine Corps ball. That's like everybody in your battalion goes. But like that's pretty rare. Like every once in a while you'll have like a battalion exercise, or you do a battalion training, or you go on a battalion hike. That's like maybe like once every quarter you do some shit like that. And then like every month or so you'll do something on like a company level, as far as like movements and shit like that. And then day to day it's usually just platoon.
Damn.
Like you wake up in the morning and your platoon decides what you're doing that day.
That sounds like a lot of controlled
Kinda
chaos.
shit. Yeah, and it's like the further down you get, it's like, so the like platoon commanders are like, they're like 20, 21 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, and they're like the all the Marines on the team, they're brand new and they're like 18.
Damn.
And then the squad leaders are like, 20.
Damn, really?
Yeah, and then the like the platoon sergeants are usually older because they have to be enlisted for a while. Like officers, they get assigned a platoon like as soon as they get out of officer school. So they graduate college, they're like 22 years old, go to officer school, and then they have a platoon.
That's hella responsibility, dog.
Yeah, and then the platoon sergeant, he's usually in his 30s because he's been around a while. So he's usually like the actual boss because he's actually, done some shit. But yeah, when I was 19, there was a day where I was totaling up all the money. I was in charge of like $500 million.
So you had dudes under you too then?
Shit, yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, and it's like between them and all their gear, and they put me in charge of a tank that day. It wasn't a tank; it was an LAV, but
tank.
Yeah,
if you shoot shit off of it.
Yeah, say tank so that people can picture what I'm talking about.
At 19,
it was an LAV. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, take the vehicle out and do whatever, and then bring it back. And I'm like, damn, I'm in charge of this. Is like $500 million worth of shit.
Ooh. Man, I was fucking up at 19.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm just some fucking. I was fucking up at 19 too. I was like, I cannot believe they fucking gave me all this shit.
God damn, respect, dog, respect for real.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. But some days it's just like, this shit has to get done, and you're the only one here, and
ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah, that's it. And it's like the Marine Corps is really like really next man up. Like there's never like if somebody's not there, somebody has to step up and fill it in. So there was like. In my first week, there was a day where like my platoon commander was gone doing something, my platoon sergeant was gone doing something, all the squad leaders were gone doing something, and all the team leaders were gone doing something. And I was like, there was only 3 of us there, but I was the highest ranking one. And there was like an officers meeting that day, and I had to go. And I was just sitting there like with my little. I didn't even have. I think I was like a private. I didn't even have any rank at all. And I was just sitting in this room, just like listening to people talk about shit.
Damn.
And getting the plan for the day and stuff, and then they're like, all right,
go do it.
Go be in charge of your shit.
Woo.
Yeah.
At 19. Fuck,
so
dude.
It's like next man up to the mat, like all the way up to the top. Like if you're all the way at the bottom of the totem pole, there might be a day where you get like plucked all the way to the top.
Everybody got a fucking role in this.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. Well, and especially like in an infantry battalion, and you're talking about war, it's like that, like kind of like prison, like that dude might be gone tomorrow. Like the dude that you go to for all the answers, and the dude that tells you what to do and he, he has all the knowledge and experience. He might be gone.
Yeah.
And then we had days where like, for like the past couple months, our squad leader wasn't with us because their vehicle got blown up one day. And then all of a sudden, like 2 of our team leaders were out, and the squad leader was out. And then on my first deployment, I'm a team leader. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and that shit just happens, and it's like I mean, by that point, it's kind of like just a normal. That's like Tuesday, man.
Right. Right.
I mean, everybody was fine. They just had to go
do your shit.
Go chill for a little while, but so it's not like somebody fucking died one day.
Right.
Yeah, there were days where somebody would get blown up and they'd be gone for a few weeks, and it's like
next motherfucker up.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not really an option. It's like you have to do it.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
And you train your brain like that. It's just something you do.
Well, yeah, and I talk about that stuff with people sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, I could never do that." And it's like, "Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could.
You could
because it literally wouldn't be a choice. Like
it would first.
Like you would have to do it. Like you'll be really surprised what you can do when it's not an option.
And like we said before, we had hot mics. You know what I mean? The body, the brain can be trained to do amazing fucking things. You don't know what you could do, especially when the fire starts.
Exactly. So. That's all the time we got, but this week, think about all the amazing things that your body and mind can do. And if you don't think you can do something, you probably can. Chances are you can, because tons and tons of people have done it before.
Try it.
And you're going to be the next one to do it.
Take the jump.
And you'll do great. Anyways, thanks for listening. Check us out on our social medias. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok. Email the show, alwayschillinpodcast@gmail.com. Tell your friends to listen to us. We got all kinds of people, all kinds of ages, people from all walks of life, all over the world.
Yeah, everybody, man. Shout out, man. Shout out to everybody that liked, subscribed, and listened.
Yeah, it's pretty
cool.
We
appreciate the love.
Not that our follower base is huge, but we appreciate
y'all.
We appreciate every single last one of you, and you guys are diverse.
Like I said, we didn't know what to expect when we started this. Just two motherfuckers. We've known each other for several years now, and we're finding out how different we are, but the same. And come talk some shit every Sunday, man. Holla at us.
Yeah. So it's been cool that wrapped up thing at the end of the year. That was pretty cool. Apparently we're in the top 15.
Hey, man.
Shared
globally shared, man. I'll take that.
That's weird.
I'll take that.
Yeah. But anyways, thanks for listening. Tell your friends so that they'll listen, and we'll do this more. Maybe your friends' moms will like it. We got people's moms. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, man.
We got everybody.
We in there.
We got people of all ages, all walks of life, all stages. Tell everybody. Anyways, thanks for listening. Have a good week.
Holla.